Konnichiwa, or Ohio, whichever day you're watching this, and which part of the day. Then it's April 13th, so that makes it a Monday for me. And I wish it was a day. I know it'd be my day off today, but I would rather be working right now, teaching English. But right now, I can't do it. So because in Tokyo, we're quarantined. Oh yeah, and in America, New York, hey, I know you're all suffering right now, so I'm going through a lot. So I pray for your family. I pray for my mom's safety as well. Hopefully she stays home, watch the video. Te amo, mama. Uh, so, and let me see, and any other relatives I have. Hey, I am in Brazil, relatives I have there. Oi, tudo bem? Tudo bem. Portuguese. So, I know 3 languages. But in any case, today we're going to go over my life here in Tokyo. Then we're going to talk about some news that's been happening in Tokyo and a little bit in the US, and offer my opinion. And my opinion is not fact, but I grew up a little bit in common sense. So if I'm wrong, I didn't get that information right. But I do know when somebody's trying to bullshit me. Any stories I watch. Anyway, so let's get started, shall we? Since life here has been kind of tough, like, okay, well, like in America, nobody's gonna get paid. No, but a lot of people don't have a salary. Let's just say that. And people who, need assistance, they apply for unemployment in America. Why? Because to get that assistance from the government, it's going to be very little, because we usually have Social Security and other benefits, but when we retire, it's going to be very little, and for all the taxes that we pay for it. But in Japan, I know like salary people do have some kind of security. But those hourly rate people who don't have that kind of salary, like myself, I'm a contract worker. We don't, but lucky for me, personally, and for people I work with, our company is giving us a remuneration for the past 3 months. That not recently, like the past 3 months average from December on up, which is fine, I guess, right? Can't tell you the company, private. But anyway, but a lot of people in Japan are not that lucky. So when they stop working, whether they work in the service industry, karaoke, or something. No, I don't have coronavirus, but I do have other ailments during this season, and which is a big problem for people like asthmatic people, allergy people. Like, I don't know, it's very easy to get confused. Like when I cough, somebody's yeah, honey. So it is a kind of scary situation. But in Japan, just like in America, not everybody can get tested. Find out if you're sure. I mean, if you show symptoms of it, but it gets confused with other symptoms. So you have to be very sure if you decide to go to a hospital or something to get tested, because you also got to worry about. You have to worry about, well, if I go to the hospital just to get a test, there are people around you, and there has been cases in which even doctors, even in America, and even in Japan, where doctors have been infected, because, well, I know in America is that there's just not enough supplies. In Japan or Tokyo, I'm not sure, but I saw the news today on April 13th from one of the news channels that there were a big amount of cases, like 80 something cases, that doctors or medical professionals in a hospital got infected. Okay, so as far as I know, they're not taking any more patients. Everybody's got to stay in that hospital and deal with the quarantine or recovery. And so people have to go to other hospitals. So it's kind of a weird situation. Now, I'm gonna pull up some news. Why not? Why don't we? Yeah. Now, today's news in Japan, especially in Tokyo, but everywhere in Japan, government has decided that they will use the Japan Post for a large-scale delivery system to distribute 2 cloth masks, for every household in the country starting this week. Now, this is part of Shinzo's plan. Now, this was from the Japanese Times. And you probably ask myself, okay, why do you want to send 2 masks? Well, it's a sort of action, it's a sort of promotion. I'm going to go with the pros and the cons here. The pro would be basically, well, maybe it's definitely to help awareness of, keep yourself covered and stuff like that, so be in people's mailbox. And so basically that's the government's action to health support. While everybody is doing like social distancing, which in Japan they actually use social distancing. I really can't pronounce katakana so well. Sorry. Yeah. However, con. There's always a con to something. The pros and cons, right? Distributing these masks will cost 46.6 billion in taxpayer money. And it is criticized by another party. And what's my take on it? So that's a lot of money. Okay, well, let's think about it. I'm not thinking about, oh wow, we're gonna be broke. No. I'm thinking about where that money should be going. Like, for example, 46.6 billion, that is that's about, take away 2 zeros, that's about $460 million in American dollars. So that money could be used to support other kinds of programs in which a lot of people right now are displaced, basically. Like, for example, let me explain something I saw on TV news, and it's real. I'm not doing any kind of weird promotion or anything. There are many kind of like people who come to Tokyo or who live in cities, major cities, and for work and or gigs, as they say. And a lot of people don't have their own apartments, basically, right? So they live in they live in internet cafes as their home, because you can actually do everything, brush your teeth, take a shower, there, as long as you pay what you need to pay for that place. And a lot of people now, these places are now closed by the rules of Japan, like no izakayas, no karaoke, no other public facilities where many people can gather, no live house, with the exception of some restaurants and stuff. But restaurants and such are people's choice. So Abe did not really, he really asked people to stay closed if you can. If you can't, if you need to stay open, you can, but you have to make some arrangements, which I agree. Like, for example, barbershop stays open, you can still get a haircut, and I don't know. Hold on a second. Haircut. you can still go to restaurants, and try to get takeout. But and now a lot of sub prefectures, like states, like the Tokyo mayor, I give her props. She and other kinds of governors, just like in the states, like in the United States, took initial actions very quickly, criticized by the government, by like, oh, slow down, hey, don't shut down businesses because there's an economy, money. Okay, that's my opinion. sorry. But let's say like the governor of Japan, let's say the mayor of Japan. Sorry, I meant to say mayor of Tokyo. Interesting enough, the governor of Tokyo, I give her props. She